Reality TV has a new villain, and his name is Charlie. Next Gen NYC is a new Bravo show, and it's sort of focused on the children of Bravo housewives. The show centers around 10 young people navigating life and adulthood in NYC. And this really takes me back to the days when I first graduated college and moved back to New York to start a life. The stars are offsprings from the housewives, including Riley, whose mom is Candy Burress from Real Housewives of Atlanta. Then we have Ariana, who is Kim Zolciak Berman's daughter, Kim and Croy's daughter. And we also have Gia, who is, of course, Teresa from New Real Housewives of New Jersey's daughter. And then there's Brooks. He's the son of Meredith from Salt Lake City. But the cast also includes some non-reality star kids. Ava Dash, we know Ava because her dad is the famous Damon Dash, who founded Rockefeller Records, and her mother is Rachel Roy, the fashion designer. Then we have a guy named Charlie Zakor. He's a crypto trader, and his dad is some wealthy investment banker. We have Georgia. Georgia is a party promoter. She doesn't seem to be on the rich list, but she's more of the it girl, kind of like the girl everybody wants to know because she's handling all the events.
When you go to public restroom, do you sit on the toilet?
That's the. Oh my God, no. No.
Don't ever do that again.
Are you serious? Wait,
Top of
what?
it, or like if they have those things.
Real toilet paper, and you need to make a
That's how you get like crabs.
You can literally get STD.
Girl,
Let me open your eyes.
Please.
And all the cool parties in Manhattan. Then we have Amira. She's apparently a black transgender woman.
Oh, I love being messy.
And the first black transgender woman to model for Victoria's Secret. She doesn't mention her being trans, but because she has a very deep voice. She's half Polish and half Eritrean. Eritrean is somewhere in Africa. It's also the same place like Tiffany Haddish is Eritrean as well, I believe. Then we have Hudson, who's Ariana's boyfriend. Hudson comes from a very wealthy family from Georgia. And then we have somebody named Shy. Now, kind of give us their backstory in episode 1 and 2, and it's okay, it's cute, and Ariana is moving to New York from Georgia. She talks about her relationship with her mother. She says her mother and father stole all her money.
I have been on TV since I was 5 years old. I did reality television with my family.
So cute. Croy painting her nails. Let me see.
first coat.
And then I started posting on Instagram. I got my first brand deal when I was 14. I was doing like 3 posts a week. You get paid astronomical to do a story or to do an Instagram post. And I made quite a bit of money. Unfortunately, my parents took my money. Can't say exactly what they used it on because I just found out that it was gone 2 years ago.
Do you have any idea roughly how much money?
I don't even know how much money I made over the time period. Nobody was honest. There was no transparency. And I have no idea where it actually went.
I didn't know that Kim was doing that, but we heard that Kim and Croy have been having a lot of financial problems, but we didn't know it was that bad that they were taking Ariana's money. Riley, she's Candy's daughter. She just recently graduated from NYU and she lives in Brooklyn. Gia lives in New Jersey and she has no desire to live in Manhattan. She feels that Manhattan is just a great place to look at, but not a place for her to live. She likes the space of New Jersey and she believes that Manhattan is high taxes, but in actuality, New Jersey apparently has very high property taxes. But nevertheless, she does not desire to live in New York City. Ava Dash, we get to see her dad, who makes a cameo appearance on the show. Damon Dash is a little bit of a attention seeker, is what I would say. He makes an appearance. Brooks, we get to see Meredith. She and Brooks are doing some photo shoot together. And then, of course, there's Seth, Meredith's husband, who has this cringy scene.
How's your sex life?
That's not something that I need to talk to my dad about.
Do you talk to your mom about it?
Yes.
I want a deeper emotional connection. Seriously, I want to be a mother. That's like the next level for a father.
To be a mother?
To where you think of me in a way like you think of your mom.
We get to know a little bit about Amira, who has a boyfriend. Hudson, we get to know a little bit about him. He and Ariana have moved to New York. Ariana is very excited about living in New York. She wants to find an apartment, and she can't believe the price of the apartment and the space that you get for the money. She and her boyfriend Hudson are living in a hotel room, and Hudson comes from money, so he could essentially get an apartment for, above the budget. But Ariana says she doesn't want that. She's not contributing to the rent, so she is determined to find an apartment that fits in her budget as well. Her goal in New York City is to be a fashion designer, and so she's working on that, her brand. But the villain of the show, and what makes this show interesting that you want to start watching, is Charlie, because he brings the drama. So Charlie's a core. He is just an unknown rich kid. His dad is apparently a heartless investment banker who behaves like Rogan Roy from Succession.
And whenever you fucked up, I cleaned up your shit. And I'm a bad person? Fuck off, kiddo.
Being raised by a heartless dad has pretty much left him as an asshole. But he's the villain that every reality show needs to be successful, and the one that you hate because he's not that relatable, he's maybe not even likable.
Charlie from Next Gen NYC is a complete and utter twat. Everything we hate about Gen Z.
But he is a necessary evil. So you think James from Vanderpump Rules, or Jax Taylor, also from Vanderpump Rules, or even Nene Leakes, they may not be relatable, they may not be likable, but they're definitely necessary, essential to making a show pop. And they always are the quote-unquote breakout star, the one people love to hate. So in episode 3, this is where Charlie gets under our skins, and I think this is the episode where we can say we want to start watching Next Gen NYC. So Charlie and Riley get into it. He has accused Riley of accosting 2 white girls the previous night, and Riley's like confused by that because he makes these sort of gestures using his hands, sort of microaggression movements, like making Riley come across as aggressive and angry or scary. And she's like, just as how she's seen as scary because she's black when she's just being herself, and she is seen as a scary person, and the white girl is seen as her victim, because Charlie basically says that you accosted these girls and that's not what happened at all. So Riley breaks down crying. She's tired of it. Apparently Georgia did it to her as well, when Georgia in episode 2 basically said that she attacked her because Riley said she didn't want to shake her hand since she wiped the bottom of her shoe with her hands, and Riley felt like there's so many germs in the city that you didn't wash your hands, and I don't want to catch germs from rubbing my hands on the streets of New York City. So Riley brings this point up on the bus to Gia's house, because they're going to Gia's house for a barbecue. And she brings this up and she basically says, like, I'm sick and tired of people thinking of me as a scary black girl when first of all, Charlie, I don't talk like that with my hands. And Charlie doesn't get it. And not only does he not get it, he does apologize, but then we learn that he's not even sincere about his apologies. But he apologizes not because he's sorry, but because he just doesn't want harassment. So, Charlie, we want to wring his neck. What the hell? And it's like, can you believe that this guy is literally saying that he is not sorry? He's only saying that so that he can get through this. Anyway, guys, you need to check this show out. It's kind of interesting. A nice summer show. It should be carefree drama, but I think it's a little bit refreshing and not too heavy. Leave a comment below if you have started watching this or if you think that we should commentary on this show.